What's going on everyone, Havoc here. I wanted to go over 5 things that I don't really like about the Lenovo Legion Go. Starting off at number 1 is that it's pretty heavy. It comes in at 1.88 pounds. Now this might not seem like it's a lot, but after holding it up for a while in gaming, it starts to cause arm fatigue. You can't really use it for a long time because of that reason. But thankfully it has a kickstand which mitigates that issue, to an extent. Next up is the OS user experience. I'm not a fan of the full Windows experience on handhelds, and I feel like I'm beating a dead horse by saying this over and over, but I really wish they had a mobile Windows version instead of the full desktop. This makes the text and icons appear pretty small and difficult to read, and you can increase the size of those items, but that comes with its own issues. You guys remember the Windows 10 tiles and the Windows Phone experience? Well, I wouldn't mind getting that back for the handhelds, plus it had a pretty unique look. At number 3 is the screen. Now there's nothing wrong with the display or resolution, but I'm talking about the material itself. The screen is a fingerprint magnet, and I don't use a trackpad much because I'm not used to it. Also, it's just easier for me to touch what I need to rather than use a trackpad and then move the pointer to where it needs to be. But this issue isn't exclusive to the Legion Go, so it's best to keep a microfiber cloth with you in the carrying case. It's just one of those things that bothers me whenever I use it, and then I look at it and I'm like, "Ugh, it's speckled with fingerprints now." Fan noise is going to be number 4. The fans are great for keeping the device cool, but they are very loud. Even on the quiet setting, you can still hear them. And if you're playing any game that puts a lot of load on your GPU, then you're definitely going to notice them. I'll try to see if my mic can pick up what the fans sound like. Here, take a listen. That was the fans at full fan speed. Now obviously there's going to be some distortion to what it sounds like on audio versus what it really sounds like, but it should give you an idea that basically the fans are pretty loud when they're running at max speed. Or if you have them on performance mode, they're still going to be loud. Last is that the device is somewhat buggy. Sometimes the mouse won't show up and then you have to keep getting into your key map profile to turn the trackpad on. Other times your settings won't stay the same for whatever reason. It'll just switch to another user profile. Going from a game to the desktop can be a bit finicky as well, or switching between programs. I think with some future updates these issues would be resolved. None of these issues make it so you can't properly use the device, it's just that there are some quality of life issues that can be fixed with simple updates. Also, it's so hard to hit the shortcut to the desktop on the bottom right because it's such a small area that I ended up adding a desktop shortcut to my taskbar instead, which made it easier for me to switch to the desktop. Overall, none of these are deal breakers for me personally. If you're interested in buying the device, I would still highly recommend it, but just be aware that these are some of the issues that you might face when you're using it. What are some of the things that annoy you about the Legion Go? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, Havoc out. But